This story is called When the Wind Stops. It's by Charlotte Zolotow and it is illustrated by Stefano Vitale. I like those colors. The bright yellow sun had shone all day, and now the day was coming to an end. The light in the sky changed from blue to pink to a strange dusky purple, and the sun sank lower into the long glowing clouds. The little boy was sorry to see the day end. Have you ever had a day that's so great that you just never want it to end? He and his friend had played in the garden. When they were tired of playing, they lay down in the grass and felt the sun on them, warm and soft like a sleepy cat resting. There had been icy lemonade in the afternoon, which they drank under the pear tree, and the little boy's father read him a story on the porch before he went to bed. See them lying in the grass? That sounds like a great day. Now his mother came to say good night. Why does the day have to end? He asked her. So the night can begin, she said. Look! She pointed out the window, where high in the darkening sky, behind the branches of the pear tree, the little boy could see a pale sliver of moon. That's the night beginning, his mother said, resting her hand on his shoulder. The night with the moon and stars and darkness for you to dream in. So even though the day is ending, the night is beginning. You have to have a nighttime so you can rest and grow. But where does the sun go when the day ends? The little boy asked. The day doesn't end, his mother said. It begins somewhere else. The sun will be shining there when night begins here. Nothing ends. Nothing, the little boy asked. Nothing, his mother said. It just begins in another place or in a different way. So when you are in bed, it's nighttime and dark outside. That means in another part of the world, it's daytime. And when it's daytime where you are, it's nighttime in another part of the world. It's like a big circle. The little boy lay in bed and his mother sat beside him. Where does the wind go when it stops? He asked. It blows away to make the trees dance somewhere else. Where does the dandelion fluff go when it blows away? It carries the seeds of new dandelions to someone's lawn. You might see dandelions like this, and when they grow, they turn into those white fluff, and those fluff is the seeds, and it brings the seeds of dandelions to everywhere. Where does the mountain go after the top? Here's the top of the mountain, down to where it becomes the valley. If you go up a mountain, you come down into the valley. Where do waves go when they break on the sand? Sucked back to the sea into new waves. So when a wave comes up and it crashes onto the sand, it goes back into the ocean to make new waves. Where does the rain go when the storm is over? Into clouds to make other storms. Sometimes when the rain is over, you'll see a rainbow. And that's true. When there's water, when it gets warm, it goes all the way back up into the air. It's called water vapor. It goes into the atmosphere, into the clouds, and then it rains later. And where do clouds go when they move across the sky? To make shade somewhere else. And the leaves in the forest, when they turn color and fall into the ground to become parts of new trees with new leaves. Have you ever seen the leaves change color on a tree? When they fall, they crumble up into little pieces into the dirt, and then the trees can take energy from them and grow. But when the leaves fall, that is the end of something, the little boy said. It's the end of autumn. Yes, said his mother. And the end of autumn is when the winter begins. So autumn or fall, when it ends, that's the start of winter. And the end of winter, the little boy asked. The end of winter, when the snow melts and the birds come back, is the beginning of spring, his mother said. The little boy smiled. Have you ever seen the spring start? When snow melts and it gets warm and you start to see little tiny plants everywhere and little green leaves on the trees? It really does go on, he said. Nothing ends. He looked out at the sky. The sun was gone completely. The lovely pink clouds had disappeared. The sky was dark and purpley black. High above the branches of the pear tree shone, clearly now, a thin new moon. The day is over, his mother said. It's time for sleep, and tomorrow morning when you wake, the moon will be beginning a night far away, and the sun will be here to begin a new day. So it's the end of the day, but it's the beginning of the night. And then when the night ends, the day will begin. That's the end. It says when the wind stops. I hope you liked that story. I'll read to you later.